Welcome to Acts 2 and 42.
AI can create new ideas, can even write a new Bible. Throughout history, religions dreamt about having a book written by a superhuman intelligence, by a non-human entity. Every religion claims all the other books of the other religions, humans wrote them. But our book, no. It came from some superhuman intelligence.
Humans wrote our book, just so we're clear. Anyone disagree with that humans wrote our book?
In a few years, there might be religions that are actually correct. Just think about a religion whose holy book is written by an AI.
And hey, just like that,
where are my Muslim brothers? Where's my Jewish brothers? Where's my, whatever you are? Let's go get them. You know what I mean? He just let off on all of us. Like he literally just said every religion is made up. You know what I mean? And this one could actually be real. So hold on, let me run it back.
And AI.
And just like that, the forum contributor is now suggesting that AI will not only be able to write a new Bible, but to create a new religion that is, quote unquote, actually correct, which says everything we need to know about Harari's view on religion.
Mm-hmm.
So what will this new AI-written Bible and religion look like? Exactly how will it emerge and how will it be used by the global elites to control the world population?
Man. Baptist, Reformed, Catholic, Torah observers. I don't care. Hebrew Israelite. Like we could all at least unify in like, wait a minute, two things. They're literally, scoffing at the idea of God, right? And saying that the AI God will be the only one that's real. But the other part, who's uploading the data, right? And this is the problem that, I don't want to get lost in the weeds. I do that sometimes. When you have, Bill Gates and the like, right? Not to pick on him, but he just named him. When a lot of these people are atheists or some version of that, right? How can what they work on, how can what they produce, like they have a completely different worldview. They're not going to make things that align with our worldview. They're not going to make things align and lead towards a good, prosperous life according to our worldview, because they don't share that worldview. Children, family, whatever it may be, like they don't necessarily share that view, right? If you have someone or groups of people that are in power, that are at least in control, it's like he who, man, I'm good for messing up. I'm good for messing up a quote, man. I will get it close. I'll get the gist of it, but I need someone else come along and polish it up, But how many quotes have we heard, right, about the person that writes history, right? The victor writes history, right? And who's writing the code in this case? Whoever is controlling the story, whoever writes and controls the story will write what AI does, what this AI God. Oh, I didn't get to the other part. I will get that. It all depends on what you input in a computer. If you don't input it, the computer can't do it. The AI God or the AI technology, whatever version it is, can't process data that's never been put in. So if you're only putting in something that paints one picture, why do you think the story, the Terminator, Skynet, like I think they made robots over in Asia somewhere, and it's like it's spitting out Skynet type of stuff. And I'm like, well, this is anywhere you look online, you're going to hear one narrative. It's people are the problem. You have people saying this. We have to depopulate and kill people. So you have people saying this, and you have science, behind some of these things. And I put, quotations because we don't know, what's good science and what's not. Follow the money. But the computer's just going to go get the data and then draw the same conclusion that people already drew. So now let me get this part about the AGI.
Democratic leaders will first need to crack the power of something called artificial general intelligence, or AGI for short. Now, unlike the current version of AI that's being used in apps like ChatGPT, AGI has the potential to understand abstract reasoning complex patterns, symbols, and analogies, even replicate human emotions. It's as if a computer can replace the very capabilities of a human brain. But of course, the difference is that the AGI won't be limited by a set of eyes, ears, and mouth. AGI will be everywhere at any time, and it won't ever need to take a break for anything. I mean, it will literally make ChatGPT look and feel like an old encyclopedia. Now, currently, the concept of AGI doesn't quite exist yet, but some predict that we're a decade or more away from fully having a developed concept of an AGI. Others predict that we're at the cusp of developing one, either by companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, all loyal to the Great Reset agenda, like I mentioned. So once AGI is fully developed, those with the keys will be able to unleash this technology to start creating the influence of those users. So once AGI is developed, those with the keys will be able to unleash this technology to start creating influence of the masses and the users.
Yeah, the end game is transhumanism. It's a post-human society. It's people. It's the Matrix. You know, it's like you're part computer, part person. And bro, as a Christian, right? As a Christian, like, yeah, I mean, we're a benevolent group. We're God is love, and we have the Spirit of God, so we love. And I see the deaf hear, right, or the blind see, or someone with a limb that was gone, and now they have a robotic arm. And I see what science does, and it's beautiful. Like, have you ever seen someone that was, you know, artificially or through technology was given the ability to hear? You know, it's like, man, if you don't feel something for that, I'm happy for that person, you know? And I think a lot of this is what they did with the past events, I'll say, to keep it clean. It was all in the name of being a good person. And shout out to not the Rebel Goyim, the Rebel Capitalist, George Gaiman, the Rebel Capitalist channel on YouTube. Economic guy, finance guy, and everything, but he was saying the WEF, the World Economic Forum, had a social media promo, had videos going out on their website and on social media saying their vision for 2030 is you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. And it's like, well, you know how they'll get you to do this is they'll convince you that, you know, in order to be a good person, you've got to be carbon neutral, which means you can't own a car. You're gonna car share, ride share, or, you know, house share. They're going to convince you to not want to own any of your personal stuff, or you're a bad person if you want it. Now, meanwhile, it's like Animal Farm. It's like the book that portrays the Russian communism, you know, right? They all were doing all the things. The animals were telling animals, oh, what the farmer does is bad. And there was a coup, and they kicked the farmer out. They took over. And then the animals, you know, the good animal leaders that took over, they lived in the farmer's house. They ate his food. They did this. They did that. He lived off of the other animals, just like he said the farmer was bad for doing. The point is, they never stopped doing any of this stuff. It's rules for thee, not for me. And now I'm going on a rant. BTN says, yo, I got a question. This may be far out there. That's what we deal in, bro. That's what we do. But do you think AI, this is what Rebel G does, and I reel her in every once in a while, but do you think AI could be a part of the Revelation 17 Babylon? Hold that note. Did you ask before I put the scripture up? That's what I want to know. Becoming immortal, defeating death by their terms. They can sin all they want and live forever. It's like, you know, eating the two trees in the garden that they weren't supposed to eat. You know, one was knowledge of good and evil, and one was life. And so if you ate of life after you ate of the knowledge, now you could live forever, you know, sin, whatever, you know, theoretically. Yep. And avoiding the penalty of sin. I'll say this, like I say, without getting into the Revelation weeds, right? But this is the same. All right. Revelation 13 continues on from the 12th chapter. As I would look at him in blocks of like visions being explained, being shared and elaborated on.